I always tell people, if I would have had to play as a rookie, I would have been out of the NFL in 1 year. It's that big of a difference from college football. And some guys can do it really easily. Guys like Andrew Luck, guys like Peyton Manning, you know, they're very, very experienced. They're coached very, very well in college. Not that my college coaches weren't great, but they had more NFL styles in college. And but most guys have success by sitting. Guys like Aaron Rodgers and Phillip Rivers and Drew Brees, they all sat. And I think there's a huge advantage to sitting. You get to learn so much from not just what happens on Sunday, but what happens during the week, how those veterans prepare. And I will say, even though Geno Smith started as a rookie, he does have Michael Vick. I mean, Michael Vick has a lot of life experiences to teach this kid. Not just about football, but how you handle yourself, everyone makes mistakes in life, and how you come back from those. And I think actually Mike is a great fit to be behind Geno, whether it's for playing or just for advice.
Stoops is a heck of a player. You know, he's 6'4", 243 pounds. He can run, he can throw. He's really an impressive guy. He's a guy who didn't start the season as a starting quarterback. David Asher's at that spot, ended his career with concussions. Now he's the guy, and he's coming off a huge game versus Oklahoma last year. 384 yards of total offense. Almost brought them back from being down 31-13. He is now the guy at Texas. He leads that football team. That team is going to win or lose because of Tyrone Swoops.
Great throw by Sam Richardson, right between the Sam and the Mike linebackers. Just that slight token fake on the draw, sucks up the Mike just enough to squeeze into a really tight window. That's an NFL throw right there. That's what winning ball clubs do. You turn the ball over. How are we going to get this ball back? Huge play by Pearson. Terrible play by Aaron Bailey. Huge break for the Cyclones. Get the ball back. Tell you, a heck of a run here. A little stiff arm action. I like it. They might move him to tight end.
You know, Gary Kubiak, when I was playing quarterback for the Houston Texans, used to talk about when you're your quarterback, you get paid to make first downs on third down. That's what you're there for. It's not first and second down when you hand the ball off and sort of manage the game. It's third down, and this is a huge, huge down now in Iowa State territory. It was really nice to see that patience by Sam Richardson. Little play action there, a little half boot, trying to throw the ball down the field on a deep post. Nobody open, checks his ball down and nearly get a nice completion on first down.
You shouldn't be breaking the huddle and going, what is my read on this? It's 1 to 2 to 3, I think, or what's the protection? When that play call hits your head, before you even walk into the huddle, you know exactly what you're doing. So you can sell that play to your offensive line, to your receivers. This play is going to work. And, you know, there's a lot of things that go into it. The protection, you know, what makes me hot on this protection? If I think I'm going to be hot, can I change the protection to something better? Is it an audible type of play? What is my progression versus what coverages am I thinking? Is it 1 to 2 to 3? But, you know, I'm coming out there and, you know, versus cover 2, 1 is never open, so I can just go on to 2 to 3. Right. Football is very, very complex. And the NFL game is, and I know from my own experience, the NFL game is a huge, huge jump from college. And I would think that would be helpful for Manziel to sit for a year, but I guess we'll have to see.
Well, I studied all 4 of these quarterbacks coming to this week, and one thing that Aaron Bailey, probably his best asset, was his athletic ability. His dad played wide receiver for the Los Angeles Rams back in the 80s, so he's quite an athlete, probably a better runner than thrower. That defensive line for the UNI Panthers, coached by Bryce Popp, at one point the NFL Defensive Player of the Year, so you know those guys are going to play hard, they're going to play smart, they're going to have great technique. Beautiful design by Joe Davis, the offensive coordinator for the UNI Panthers. Had all the action coming to the left. Quarterback's looking left, looks like some sort of quick screen or smoke screen to the left. Then there's a screen back to the right to the tailback. Really well designed, a poor execution defensively for Iowa State.
There is a process that, you know, balls go through before they hit, you know, the practice field or games. You know, they come in brand new out of the box and they're slick and they're no good to throw. They're almost impossible to throw sometimes. And the equipment managers, they spend a lot of time, and some teams more than others. When I was with the Minnesota Vikings, the head equipment manager spent hours and hours working on those footballs with dirt, with the steam room, with all types of things to get them to where they really felt like a worn-in football, just like a worn-in baseball glove. So there is definitely a lot of things that they do to get them where it's comfortable to throw. Every quarterback's different. Some quarterbacks can throw a ball right out of the box, and some guys are really, really meticulous about it. Those slants are one of the toughest throws in football for a quarterback. I loved throwing them because the chance of a big play afterwards is always huge. It was, you know, one of the West Coast offense. Bill Walsh loved the slants because it's a short pass, get the ball in your receiver's hands, but the accuracy is vital. It's got to be right on the numbers. Can't be behind them, can't be too far in front of them.
types of things that when you've got a really big X receiver, you get those one-on-one matchups. He's not an over-the-middle type guy in the slot. He's a guy that outside can physically beat you one-on-one. Pretty good defense, actually, by the Texas corner, but Alan Lazard just too good on that play. It's the best play in football, in my opinion, other than obviously victory in the passing game, is the 4 vertical seam routes. It stretches the team both laterally and vertically. It's very, very tough for defense to cover. Great throw by Sam Richardson. Clutch throw by Sam. Great route by E.J. Bibbs.
An interesting comparison. People are worried about in New York about Eli Manning moving to the Kevin Gilbride offense to the West Coast offense. This is a guy who's been in the league for a long time, for 10, 11 years, won 2 Super Bowls, and people are worried about his transition to a new offense. We're talking about a rookie coming from college, going to the NFL. That's a huge difference. And people are worried about Eli Manning. Johnny Manziel is a huge jump. I will say he does have a little of experience in NFL-style offense. Cliff Kingsbury, who was his offensive coordinator early on at Texas A&M, who's now at Texas Tech, had a lot of NFL experience, played for 2 or 3 or 4 years behind Tom Brady up in New England. So I'm guessing some of the concepts that they had up there were NFL-style concepts, but it's still a huge jump.